What's up, nail geeks, and welcome to another Sylvanclaw video. I am super geeked to see another collection from this brand. I am very impressed thus far. This time we have a 5-piece collection of the Moonlit Stroll set to check out. If you have not seen this brand at all and you're like, what are you talking about? Sylvanclaw is a new brand that launched a couple months ago. And I do have the last 2 releases on this channel. I'll link them in the description box below if you want to go back and see the other polishes that are also currently on the site too. So no FOMO or anything like that. So without further ado, let's dive in and check them out. Starting off with Just a Phase, this is described as a very pale blue leaning towards a cool toned gray with smooth holographic flakes and subtle blue shimmer that shifts to pink in some lighting. This is what I would describe as being a bit of a dove gray with a very, very pale blue undertone to it. It's quite silvery, very moon-like, if you will. I'm going to suggest 3 coats on this. This is one of those crelly types of finishes that builds up to a cream finish. If you let that paddle brush do the work for you, do not overwork this. Otherwise, you'll get a touch of streaking and pulling. Just glide that brush over and let it self-level. 3 thin coats and a glossy top coat was perfect. And this really captured the whole moon inspiration. Grass Half Full is a clover green base with smooth holographic flakes and a subtle blue shimmer that shifts to pink in some lighting. We have another crelly-ish type of formula where Just a Phase had more of that cream type of lean, more of a harsher type of solid lean to it, if that makes sense. This one is what I would say is more true crelly-like. So it builds up like a jelly. If you wanted to stop at 2 coats, 2 normal coats, I should say, you might have opacity depending on the length of your nails, all that good stuff. But I personally think polishes like all of these in this collection, 3 light coats is going to be your best friend. And of course, because we have shimmer bombs, make sure you are topping these off with a glossy top coat. And Shrub It Off is a dark forest green that leans teal due to the blue shimmer, and it can shift to purple in some lighting situations. It also has smooth holographic flakes. So same thing here as Grass Half Full. I do want to touch on those holographic flakes. I do so love these types of finishes. They give that really galaxy type of rainbow effect to them in the sunshine. And wonderfully reporting enough, they don't give you texture. So I'm not going to suggest a glitter smoothing top coat on any of these, but honestly, with the flakes and the shimmers, they will dry down very flat. So again, glossy top coat, all of these, and make sure that it's just a little bit plumping in that regard. Wading Through Life is a vibrant azure blue base with smooth holographic flakes and subtle blue shimmer. So same thing here. These all build up really well on that second coat as you're consistently seeing, except for, of course, Just a Phase, which is a white crelly. I will forever say 3 light coats and don't overwork them. But anyways, Wading Through Life, you can see it packs a punch on that opacity, but I just like that thicker type appearance from the 3rd coat on all of these. So your choice, 2 normal or 3 thin. And then again, top with a good top coat of choice. And then lastly, we've got Growing Impatiens. This is a blue violet purple with smooth holographic flakes and blue shimmer that shifts to purple in some lighting situations. These across the board, I know somebody said on my last Sylvanclaw video that the Sylvanclaw's finishes in general give you this old school indie vibe. And I have to say, the more I work on these, the more I'm seeing that. And it's such a welcome palette cleanser. Not to say any of the, say, quote unquote, newer finishes we've been seeing over the last couple of months are not special, but I do appreciate this more retro, I don't want to even use the word retro, but this more old school vibe of these flaky bombs, these shimmers. I don't know, they're very magical and I'm so here for it. And we're going to wrap this up with a quick wallet topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. So these are pretty opaque in terms of how full coverage they can get. I am on the fence about recommending toppering these. Yes, theoretically, these work over, say, dark colors like black, maybe even jewel toned, like a rich jewel toned cream, but I don't think you really need to save anything. These aren't sheer where you would, possibly use an undie of some sort, but your choice on that. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it as these are so deliciously opaque in how they build up. I will link you all below to Sylvanclaw's website if you want to get there, check it out. And again, I'll also have the links for the other 2 videos for their last 2 releases if you have not seen those. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.